Looking for your heart, I found the ground. It's not on me, it's not on you. We do what humans do, but I just ran a head right out of you. Didn't wanna hear you speak the truth. Wanna take you away, wanna feel everything. But do you got stuck in my brain? I just want to escape with you.
What's up, guys? This week's been awesome. Well, actually, last week, the end of last week was awesome. Got to hang out with Nick, my buddy Nick Dompierre, practically my best friend. Did an epic cheat day with him. It was awesome. It was crazy, difficult, fun. You guys go check that out on his channel. I'm gonna leave a link to that video below. Now it's time to get down to business. I do want to go back into a solid gaining phase, but before I actually do that, I want to keep my word with you guys and finish this cut. So I am sticking to the same show that I originally had planned. Out on the West Coast is the Natural Muscle Mayhem show. That's the show that I want to do. Probably going to be ready early, start reverse dieting into the show, tweaking things, fine-tuning my look, because I want to go back to gaining. But like I said, I'm a man of my word, and I want to finish this cut for you guys, bring you in on the journey, show you the negatives, show you the positives. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, for those of you who've been watching all of this time. Thank you for being patient upon my cutting series hiatus, if you will, but it's continuing this episode. So let's go train some legs, let's go have some fun. Quick pre-workout snack, Skittles. So guys, prep is officially underway. This is my first leg workout at 16 weeks out. I've been pretty much like struggling with my squat ever since I tried to clean up the form. Check out this warm-up right here real quick. Yeah, it's just been, I usually always, I mean, you guys probably see in the past, I usually bottom out on my squat. Like I'll literally let my glutes touch my freaking calves. But now I'm just coming to the point where you guys, as you can see right there, I'm not coming all the way down because I'm trying to maintain tightness throughout my entire body. You know, throughout my low back, throughout my core, throughout my quads, everywhere, without letting myself turn a little bit loose at the bottom and getting a little bit too much of a stretch reflex to come back up. Basically using my glutes to kind of bounce me back up, which I've never done to a crazy extent, but I did it a lot more in, I would say 1 to 2 months ago. So still really readjusting to this. I'm a lot more used to it than I've been, but as you can see, I've had to drastically reduce the weight. Not drastically, but by a good amount, by a good, I would say 35 to 45 pounds, which kind of sucks because normally I can do this for like 300 to 315 pounds for sets of 5. But doing it with a new technique where I'm thinking about each rep on the way down, it still kind of sucks. But I'm getting better at it. I'm adapting. As you can see here, side angle, I come just below parallel, and then I come actually, well, a little bit more than below parallel. It's just weird, guys. I don't know, some people can just squat to parallel and it feels so comfortable for them. Just not me. It does not work that way for me at all. I'm so used to just deep high bar squats, you know. I messed around with a few different other styles of squats. Like I tried I love front squatting, but I tried like the low bar squat, which I've done before in the past, and that is just a squat that is just not for me. It just feels so weird. I feel like I'm leaning forward so much. It's like, ugh. But yeah, here I am at 16 weeks out, hitting these squats. I feel pretty damn good. Like I said, I had that cheat day with Nick, but I'm just so ready to focus, so ready to just bring my absolute best. That's what that set looked like. I just wanted you guys to see a full set without me saying anything. That's what my intensity looks like with that squat. It's not too bad, but it's getting better. Next up, I had these glute bridges. I've been really prioritizing my glute bridge, guys. Quick pro tip. If you guys are struggling with like your deadlifts or any sort of hip hinge movement, I found the glute bridge to be an incredible accessory to that. A lot of guys, and this was me in the past, weak glutes will literally mess up your deadlift off of the floor, especially if you're a conventional puller. Sumo as well, but if you're a conventional puller, because obviously this stance width that you are at with your glute bridges is more similar to the conventional deadlift stance width, correct? It's not like a super wide stance like a sumo deadlift. So the strong glutes are basically what get that weight started off of the ground. So if you have powerful glutes, it's going to be much easier for you to break the weight off the floor. And I found that using the glute bridge as an accessory movement for that has been phenomenal lately. Next up are the lying leg curl. So this is my more quad oriented day. Okay, so the only movement I do for my hamstrings this day is the lying leg curl. Your hamstrings do get hit somewhat on the glute bridge, but it's not like direct tension. So, but there's a fair amount of tension in your hamstrings when you're doing that exercise. So I've been doing this exercise. I learned from Chris Barakat on this exercise to basically squeeze my glutes on each rep, and it makes a difference. There's definitely more muscle activation. Then I have doing a superset of the hip abduction and hip adduction, and I'm much stronger, as you can see on the abduction. I can do like 100 pounds more, and the adduction is definitely significantly weaker. But it's because this is still relatively new to me. I've only been doing it for a couple months. This exercise. That's one of those gym bros who's like, dude, girls do that, and I'm not touching that. But I think it's really, really important for overall just muscle balance and overall development, and also just like joint health and mobility, hip health, things like that. So superset at that. Then we had these standing calf raises right here. Supersetting it with the reverse lunge. Guys, for this prep, I mean, in these 16 weeks, I really want to push myself to the limit and get as lean as I can. So I'm going to be showing you guys all the ins and outs on this. This is going to be very difficult, especially because I'm going to try and get ready early, which means I'm going to have to really push myself hard before the actual very end. I'm estimating the toughest weeks to be anywhere from weeks 10 all the way to like weeks 14. I would say actually no more like weeks 8 to week 14. I feel like I'm going to be digging my hardest then to really just dial in that conditioning, to really get the glutes and hammies to really just pop. So I'm glad. I'm super appreciative for any of you guys who are following me along the way. If there's anything that I can help you guys with, if you're cutting right now, there's any tips you think I can help you with, leave a comment below, drop a comment below. Let me know what you're doing for your cut. Let me know what your macros are like. What's your training like? What are you struggling with? What do you find helps you in terms of adherence? You know, what's your training split like during your cut versus your bulk? Does it change? Does it not change at all? Leave all those comments below. I'd love to hear that from you guys. And also any tips you think that might be able to actually help me out as well. So I'm finishing up with the superset right here. I think my calves have grown a little bit. There's still definitely a weak point, but I'm gonna keep hammering away on them. So guys, basically since the last cutting update that you guys saw in that Shredded Bodybuilder Chasing Aesthetic series that I did, I've been maintaining more or less my weight and body composition. I've been loosely tracking, doing cheat days with my buddy Nick. I only did one cheat day. I'm more or less at the same body composition, maybe a slightly higher body fat percentage, maybe by like 0.5% or something like that. That's completely fine. It's smart when you're going into a cut to keep your metabolism high and keep your stress down, and that's what I've done because I knew I wanted to do this show. Here we are at 16 weeks out. Now I'm ready to completely dial it in. What do you guys want to see going on from 15 weeks out, 14 weeks out, 13 weeks out? What can I incorporate in this series that's gonna help you guys out in terms of nutrition, in terms of training? My current macros right now going back into cutting are 300 grams of carbs, 55 grams of fat, and 225 grams of protein. You guys enjoying these training voiceovers? Do you guys want to see more nutrition related stuff? Do you guys want me to explain exercises? Actually, a few of you do want me to explain exercises from what you told me in Instagram DMs and a couple of the other comments. So I am gonna be breaking down some of that stuff for you. Things like the overhead press cues, squat cues, my tips on doing squats, hip hinge movements, deadlifts, what's more beneficial for hamstring growth, what's more beneficial for overall quad growth. Also, my online coaching website is now live. I'm gonna leave a link to that in the description down below. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you guys share it. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next video.